Uh, Hello, y'all. In today's YouTube short, or not YouTube short video, I meant. So we got this low, which is generally tracking east. We got this system, which is gonna be generally tracking this way. Between these two arrows, by the way. Then we're gonna get this energy to dive down and then take a roughly the same track, maybe a little more northern or southern actually, because the low doesn't really spark up until about right through here, and we'll also have generally a slight risk through here, maybe potential for an enhanced risk, which would be somewhat rare for January, but not uncommon. Or it would be uncommon. And as I go to, where is it? 500 millibar vorticity. Y'all can clearly see why there's gonna be a slight risk through here generally, because the trough is gonna be like that, and it's generally gonna be negatively tilted. So it's gonna really bring lots of wind shear plus lots of what is it called? Surface winds. A lot of stronger surface winds. So could have possibility for tornadoes in this yellow area. Then the GFS tends to show this cutoff low that could go back north. And we do get a Alberta Clipper. Which will not pose a threat really. Because we're going to get at least 1, 2, 3, 4 of those damn things. Then we're going to get this cutoff low that goes like this out back into the Pacific Ocean. Could have what could be remains of a tropical wave heading north into the Gulf. That's what it seems like, at least. Then we're going to go on a pretty major warm-up where the jet stream is generally going to be pulling a number like that. And then this subjet is going to be pulling a number like that. Which means generally ridging through here. But then we get that trough, which generally shows like that. And you could definitely see some divergence through here, but not really strong. But the nexus this next system, as it comes more into fruition, could be a potent one. And by the way, we also, I'm not saying the GFS is correct on this, but let me get y'all to where it shows the lowest pressure. Here's the Central Pacific. Could we have a subtropical storm that generally takes a track somewhat like that? Could we? I'm not sure. Looks like it might be trying to show up on the Euro. And then the Canadian shows it more into the Eastern Pacific, so yeah, generally over here for the Eastern Pacific. And yes, it is upper level driven. What about the Icon? The Icon sees it, so that is a good sign. And yes, I know y'all are looking at this system. Could have a tropical wave that could track through here. That could generally track through here. Most common outcome is it goes towards Mexico. So yeah. And here's a GFS just to back that up. So said tropical wave tracking west, but then it does get more thunderstorm activity, but it also gets a lot of shear on it, as you can see. Which is not good. Dang it. Does try and develop up here though, as it generally tracks north. And then the Central Pacific storm. Here it is. You can see the outflow. That is perfect, and plus it's enveloped in a trough, which we can confirm that right here. Trough, system going towards bigger trough. And there it is on the 500 millibar vorticity, and you can see where the center is. Not the 500 millibar height, but the 850 height shows it slightly more northern and bigger. The inner core generally stays pretty compact. But other than that, y'all, or no, I'll just keep recording for now because I still have to show the Western Pacific. The GFS has lately been showing two areas. One that can go northeast, or west, northwest, north, and then northeast. And then another one that could do a loop. Here's the one that could do a loop. From what I've seen. And then the other one is right here, which generally just stays weak on this run. Here's relative humidity. And you can clearly see that weaker system just stays weak, while this one stays broad. And gets hit by this cold front low. It does try and get a front-induced low right here, but that just gets eaten up and dry air starts to penetrate into the low also. As you can see more clearly right here. The Indian Ocean is just generally active in general. But South Africa could see activity. And town by the relative humidity, it could stay structurally together. Maybe slightly sheared. Matter of fact, let's go here. Yeah, in this frame, you can see how it just has a lot of shear on it. Same for the next frame, but then wind shear weakens and it strengthens up. Could get another system that could lead to formation. But yeah. And finally, the Southwest Pacific, which is also active. So, Australia is going to get a tropical cyclone that makes landfall. Goes over here. Then makes landfall again. So 2 landfalls out of that one. Then we're going to get this one, which the dryer eventually starts to penetrate it. Which causes it to strengthen 1 more millibar and then start to weaken. Then we do get a major front, I say. Like super major. Like, geez. And then this system is gonna go north or south. And y'all see in the next one. Peace.